Why do men often refrain from discussing their emotions? This question has puzzled many and often leads to a slew of assumptions and generalizations. Today, we'll explore the genuine reasons behind this behavior, contrasting them with the common interpretations made by women. To start, it's essential to understand the societal backdrop that shapes men's emotional expression. From a young age, many boys are taught to embody traits like strength, stoicism, and resilience. Phrases like "big boys don't cry" echo through childhood, instilling a belief that vulnerability is a weakness. This early conditioning creates a mental framework that discourages emotional dialogue. As these boys grow into men, many carry this mindset into adulthood, often leading to internal struggles with expressing their emotions. Now, let's dive deeper into some of the psychological factors at play. Men, on average, have been shown to process emotions differently than women. Studies indicate that men may prioritize problem-solving and action over emotional expression. When faced with emotional situations, many men instinctively seek solutions rather than simply discussing their feelings. This can sometimes create a disconnect, as their partners may interpret their silence as indifference or lack of concern, when in reality, they are simply approaching the situation from a different angle. Another aspect worth examining is the fear of judgment. Men often worry about how their feelings will be perceived by others. In a society that values traditional masculinity, showing vulnerability can be seen as an invitation for criticism. This fear can lead to a tendency to suppress emotions, preferring to maintain a facade of control and composure. This can be particularly challenging in romantic relationships, where partners may desire openness and emotional intimacy. Moreover, many men experience a sense of shame or inadequacy surrounding their emotional capabilities. They may feel that their emotions make them less masculine, which can inhibit their willingness to share. This internalized stigma can prevent meaningful conversations about feelings and can lead to isolation. It's a cycle where the lack of communication breeds misunderstanding, and misunderstanding reinforces the silence. Let's also discuss the role of cultural expectations. In many cultures, traditional gender roles dictate that men should be the providers and protectors. This pressure can create an environment where emotional vulnerability is viewed as a liability rather than a strength. Men may feel that discussing their feelings could jeopardize their perceived role in a relationship or family. This societal pressure can be overwhelming, steering them away from open conversations about emotions. Now, let's contrast these genuine reasons with some common assumptions made by women. Often, women may interpret men's silence as disinterest or apathy. They might think, if he cared, he would talk about it. However, this perspective can overlook the underlying reasons for a man's reluctance to engage in emotional discussions. Women may also assume that men are emotionally stunted or simply don't want to connect, leading to frustration and distance in relationships. Additionally, some women might believe that men are inherently less emotional or that they lack depth. This assumption can be damaging and dismissive of the complexity of male emotions. It's important to recognize that just because men may not express their feelings verbally, it doesn't mean they don't feel deeply. Instead of making assumptions, fostering an environment of understanding and patience can encourage more open dialogue. So, how can we bridge this communication gap? First, creating a safe space for men to share their feelings is crucial. Encouraging open conversations without judgment can help men feel more comfortable expressing themselves. It's also important to approach these discussions with empathy, recognizing that emotional expression may not come naturally for them. Another effective strategy is to model vulnerability ourselves. When women share their feelings and experiences openly, it can encourage men to reciprocate. It's about establishing mutual trust and understanding, allowing both partners to navigate their emotions together. In conclusion, the reasons behind men's reluctance to discuss their emotions are multifaceted, rooted in societal norms, psychological factors, and cultural expectations. By contrasting these genuine reasons with common assumptions, we can better understand the complexities of emotional communication. It's vital to foster an environment where men feel safe to express their feelings, breaking down the barriers that have long kept them silent. If you found this discussion insightful, consider subscribing to our channel for more thought-provoking content on relationships, emotions, and communication. Join us as we explore these vital topics together.